Hi there folks, Borislav247 here with another Days Gone mission video. And on this video I'm going to show you all the easiest ways in which to take out the mission that is called The Last of Them. Now this particular mission is part of a trilogy of missions where you are required to take out the militia from 3 particular locations. And truth be told, this is actually one of the easier of the 3. Although this particular mission gives a lot of people a lot of problems, trust me when I say this particular mission is all about your point of attack. Because when you hit this camp from one particular direction and get into one very specific spot on this camp, trust me when I say it becomes one of the easiest missions you ever did see in order to take out. But I will show this over the next few runs. Now before I get to the action, just a couple of things as always that I like to point out. The first is that I'm taking on this mission on Survivor 2 difficulty. So this is as difficult as this will ever get. And as always, I will only be using weapons that would be available to me at the time of this mission taking place. But at this stage in the game, you have some pretty decent weapons to choose from, so... Without any further ado, let's get to it folks. Right, for this particular mission to appear on the map, you have to wait until you hear this particular conversation taking place.
Deke, I need to talk to you.
Ricky, what's wrong?
Militia.
What? Where?
Boozer thinks they might be planning another attack, so he asked me to send you to take a look.
Goddamn militia. Yeah, I got this.
Thank God. I'll let Boozer know. Ricky out.
Okay, at this point you can see on the top left of the screen all 3 of these militia missions coming up. But of course I am only interested in the last of them for this particular video. So just going to show exactly where it is on the map. There it is, and let's get to this. Right then, here we go. For the first method, it's going to be all about the sniper rifle option. And for this particular run, I am going to be attacking from the east. Hugely important, as this allows me to get into the absolute best position you can possibly get to in this particular camp. Now, I'm going to be using the BFG with a suppressor. Chicago Chopper is going to come into play at the very end, but I will stress the very end. There will only be 2 militia left to take out by the time that comes out. But right now, it's all about getting to this particular location. At this point here, I want to be crouched. And look at this. Oh my god. This is a view. So let's do this. Focus cocktail in place. And let's go to town. First one here. 2 shots required. Next one. I want to take the helmet off first. And I want to take his head off with the second. This one, no armor, so he's 1 shot. Now we'll go over for this one over here. Again, will be 2 shots. That one's just come out. Thank you very much. Makes my job a tad easier here. Now focusing my attention over to this one. Again, 2 shots. Now looking for this one who has come out to see what is going on. This job is already just about done. And the final finishing touch here is to enter this particular building via this window right here. And I'm going to get the drop on the 2 of the last militia that are in here. They are oblivious. And there we have it. The last of them reduced to one of the easiest missions you will ever face. When you do it like that, of course. Okay, on to the next method. Right folks, the next method is a very unusual one indeed, because I don't normally get the chance to show what poison bolts can do. But at this stage in the game, these are unlocked, and they are devastatingly effective for taking care of a group of militia like this. So let's do this. The only problem that I've got in any way, shape or form when using bolts, whether it be poison bolts or residue bolts for that matter, is that because most of this lot are very well armoured on top, you have to be looking for shots that are below the waist. In fact, I normally go for thigh shots every time. and that gets the job done. But these bad boys, it doesn't matter how strong the enemy is, one shot and they're done for. And my order is pretty similar to how I started with the sniper rifle. Now it changes a wee touch. I'm just going for viable targets every time that I can get a shot on. So before moving on here, just want to make sure that I've got more poison bolts in play. And that is the toughest shot of the lot by far. After this, I am going to have to move from this position, because the next militia guy should be down here beside this pickup. And yep, there he is. No armor, so it's an upper body shot there. Now, where is this next armoured one? Can't be far away. Ah, and there he is. Thank you very much for making that a nice easy job. Okay, only 2 remaining. Yep, I've now got confirmation. But these 2 are actually moving. Not a problem. The only 2 that I really don't mind at all when they start running about, because they are both extremely easy to hit targets. And they are 2 of the militia that are, in terms of firepower, are not packing quite as much as the others. They can still do a lot of damage, but yeah, when it's left to this lot, not a problem. And here we go. And that's it. That is the job done with the poison bolts. Another fantastic way to take out this mission. Of course, it is all about the starting location for the fight. So, on to the next method. Right then, on to the third method, and this will come as a surprise to no one, because anybody who has been watching my videos knows I always recommend the residue bolts. They make any mission in Days Gone far, far easier. And these militia camps that you have to attack at the end, these are just essential. They just make hard work ridiculously easy. Again, very similar to the poison bolts, you've got to make sure that if you're aiming for the targets that are armoured, it's got to be lower body shots, definitely below the waist. And as I mentioned before, I always like to go for the thigh area. So, go for this one first. Definitely want to get the big guy in on the equation here, because that one is the toughest of the lot to take out. So right now, I'm just going to let the action unfold, and of course, if I get any viable options in terms of targets, I will take them. And yep, thank you very much for making that job an easy one. And yeah, just let the crazy scenes unfold. And it does take a while with this lot, because so many of them are heavily armoured. I've seen camps of this size earlier on in the game where it can be over in about 40 to 50 seconds because of how good a job they do on each other, but not this lot. They can fight for quite some time. Now, while all this is taking place, I am going to point out one thing that most people will find a little bit unusual. And it's the fact that I'm not going to be showing a run where I use incendiary bolts. Because this lot are so well armoured, at times you will find where you require 2, sometimes even 3 incendiary bolts in order to kill one of these militia. And that is no good, because once you're discovered, you're in trouble with this lot. They are packing in a big way. You do not want to be engaging them. You really don't. But right now, I don't think there's too many more. I've actually lost count, and as I'm not seeing on screen at the moment what I've got left. Do you know what? These 2 are going to get incendiary bolts here just for the hell of it. That one didn't work, but yep, okay. The fact that these 2 have been fighting for so long, they're already weakened, and there we go, nice. Just one left to go. Yeah, what the hell. I'm not going to show a full run with these bad boys, so I might as well use them now. And already you can see here, look at this. That incendiary bolt is not doing the job, but Chicago Chopper certainly will. Okay, job done. Just one more run to show, folks, before I end this video. Now, the last run really is just a bonus run, folks, because I do not recommend you do this particular mission in this way. This is just a bit of fun, because it is not the easiest, it's not the quickest, and it's certainly not the best. But, yeah, a lot of fun can be had when you go into a camp and look to take them out like this. So, Chicago Chopper and SMP-9 at the ready with suppressors, and I'm just going to play it by ear. I'm going to attack from the bottom section. I am still coming in from the east, but it is going to be an attack from the bottom section, because there is always one of these militia in this particular area here. So I do start this off in the same way every time, but it goes a little bit random after I've taken out the first two militia. And I've got a rock at the ready because I do want to get this one's attention, but okay, that's a tad strange. That almost looks like that might have glitched there, because I thought that militia guy had actually gone into this building section here, or certainly where the next militia guy's about to get his head taken off. Now, yeah, I've attracted attention here. For this particular run, I don't actually mind, because it's moving my enemies over to a position where I can potentially get the drop on them. Let's see what I've got here. Now, when going to take out this lot, you're generally looking for headshots, and it's normally taking off the helmets every time in order to get them, because otherwise you are talking quite a lot of shots every time. And yeah, now I'm discovered. Okay, bring it on. So thank you very much. That one doesn't believe in hiding. Now this one, yeah, you know what, just to make life a little bit easier here, let's go with a focus cocktail, especially as you don't want to be messing around too much with that guy. Brilliant. Now I've got some of the biggest hitters out of the equation. This one again, not the smartest, even with all that armor on.
There we go.
Come rushing through. Okay, two more. I'll head round now. I've seen one of them moving about up here, and damn, I wasn't sure if both of them were up there, but you know what? I've got away with that. I haven't even taken any damage there. And that is it. This job is just about done. I will get this one eventually. And would you believe it? It's one of the ones that has very little in the way of armor. In fact, none at all. Okay. And there we go. A little bit of fun, but that is the last of them well and truly taken care of. Thank you so much for watching the video, and I hope you all enjoyed it. Take care.